Good evening. Welcome back. This is Arunfoot Chaudhary, and you are live on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. Tonight, it's August 27th, 2024. It's a Tuesday, so welcome back, everybody, to my channel, and let's talk the latest that is happening in Indian football and talk about what's all going on, not going on, what should be going on, and crazy times, as I love to say. But let's go through the different topics that there are. We can start with the Durand Cup, where Mohammedan were 2 goals down against Bangalore FC on a 2-2 and then went 4-3 on penalties. The India U-17s win 1-0 in Indonesia. Mohammedan Sporting, things are not clear at the moment, but yeah, people are saying who are in the know, saying that things will be sorted in the next 48 hours. FC Goa scored a 1-0 win against Brisbane Roar. And Hyderabad looks like could be sorted also in the next 24 to 36, 48 hours. So let's wait and see. Hi, Kumar. Welcome back. Ashish Negi from Keno just posted Hyderabad takeover is completed by VC Jindal. My info is that it's not fully done, but it is going to happen. So by Thursday, it should be done. That is what I have heard. I've been told, but it's not done yet. Hi, Sanskar. Welcome back. Hi, Blue. As I just said, to me, it's not a done one. I'm good, Sanskar. Hi, Shushmi, Joy onwards and upwards. Joy Mumbai City from Sanskar. Here at Mohammedan Sporting talks with the investors and after that. Blue very simply said they're trying to sort it out. I think the problem here in this case is that you have investors who want to invest, and you have given them, sort of criteria to fulfill, which make it difficult for the investor to make the investment, right? So that's the challenge that I guess that Mohammedan Sporting find themselves in. And I mean, the crazy one in this story is, I guess, that Bunker has been doing their investment over the last 4 years without actually holding any shares in the club. So therefore, that's the situation. So let's, so therefore, in the end, these kind of stories normally work themselves out. We've seen that with East Bengal. So therefore, I would say, I think Mohammedan Sporting will work itself out, but let's wait and see. Thanks, Ishan. Yes, we're doing fine. Thank you very much. Well, Kumar, will they play ISL or not? I think that's the question that makes it very, very interesting. At the moment, I would say it looks more likely that Mohammedan will play than not play. So therefore, again, let's wait and see. The same thing as with Hyderabad. People are telling me it's done, but again, it's the done for me is only done when things are signed and are done. Again, both of the situations are that I think that they could get sorted within the next 48 hours. So let's wait and see what happens. Views of Mohan Bagan gameplay. Sanskar, I didn't watch the match. I wasn't there, so therefore I can't tell you anything about the game. Yes, India U-17 defeated Indonesia 1-0. Yeah, it's one of those days, one of those rare days where the Indian youth national team beats a foreign team, and on the other side, an Indian club side beats a foreign side. So yeah, let's celebrate this. Mohammedan Supercharged defense looks weak as it is 2 matches as a club. Let's wait and see. So India U-17 highest possession tha. Okay. See, for me, Ganesh, possession, um, what is the value of possession, right? No, I didn't watch the FC Goa Brisbane Roar match. Sorry, Shan, couldn't do it. So Vishal Kate better than GSS. Some will say yes, others will say no. I think in an India shirt, I think to me, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu is still the best. But I said had officials that posted one of them will play. I said Sanskar, what they posted or not, again, they have with both the teams, they have broken their own sort of rules over the last 10 years by allowing it. And and let's see. Any news about U20 coach change or will it continue? Uday, I don't, as I've said, and I've made a video on it also if you want to have a look at it. I don't see, I called it the Indian under 20 disaster. Have a look at it, short video, a little less than 5 minutes. To me, is I don't see the AIFF changing the coach. If you expect that to happen at this stage, again, who do you bring in? That's the first question. Do you have someone appropriate waiting on the wings? So therefore, I don't see any changes to that happening. Hi, Icon Loan. Can this season qualify for the Asian Cup? Can this? And we'll have to wait and see. But आज U17 final third अच्छा नहीं था. Okay. Most fans are saying Brisbane got dropped by ref. Yeah, Blue again. As I didn't see the match, so therefore very difficult for me to say. But here, so let me tell you, Real Madrid U17 team should not be celebrated. We all know the reality. Brisbane Roar were robbed by referee 2 times. Fans are saying bad words of no love for not including Vishal. Sorry if I burst the bubble. Did you guys expect anything else? Yeah. So to me, that Manolo has to decide what is right, what's wrong, right? So he made a decision. Again, as I said, I don't agree with him. I still, Vishal to me is number 3, but Vishal is also not number 1. So that's also a very factual thing. And again, yeah, an Indian national team goalkeeper will really have to come out and save penalties. So therefore, that's not your biggest task. So, so let's see. For me, GSS is best goalkeeper for India. Yeah, agree. That's what I also think. First match में बहुत ज़्यादा miss passes. आज okay था, but still lots of improvement needed. Okay, Ganesh, interesting. Karna confirmed general deal done a few minutes ago. That's what they're saying, but my info is that there is still 1 or 2 things that are needed for the deal to go through. And the deal is, if it is it will go through, but it will take another 48 hours to be officially confirmed. Or let's frame it differently. The deal will most probably be confirmed in the next 48 hours, formally, officially. Yeah, under 20 to Gaya, that's the fact, Ganesh. What is business transfer agreement signed by BC Jindal? Ashish posted, what does that mean? That transfer of business. What it means is that you're transferring your business interest from party A to party B. Oops, where was it? Iran is going to mash us. Let's see. Yeah, India has possession, but they weren't good in final third. We played good, but when it comes to final third, today we were lucky that Nigeria weren't clinical. That's also a factor. So let's see. Moni served today again by seeing the gameplay was the favorites for Shield and 0 points in ACL. Okay. ACL 2. Monwat Superchan gets saved by Vishal Kid, otherwise I'll lose to BFC. Yes, referee yellow card. De sakta tha, direct red. De diya. Okay. Yeah, red card and 1 goal disallowed for Brisbane. In last 2 matches, Qatar single-handedly saved Mohan Bagan. Yeah, that's his job, isn't it? I think Vishal deserves a call-up now. Chetan, it's too late because the coach has decided on 3 players. If there is an injury, because he's called up 3 goalkeepers, right? Blue says, Greg missed a sitter and there were 2 shots hit the post, so it's not only Vishal who's safe, but the centre back is needed. Will City Football Group start academy in Mumbai like Australia? Anand, they have an academy of sorts in Mumbai, but not like the ones that I have in Australia or New York or, so other City Football Group centers. Mohammedan Supergiant defense is really weak. One pass defense open. What will do versus Mumbai City FC? I don't know. Mumbai City will expose them. Forget about ACL. Okay. Mongolia U20 kaisa hai, sir? Mongolia, again, is one of those dark horses. I would not be able to tell you how good or how bad they are. Therefore, it will be interesting. Let's see. Manu has done a favor by dropping Vishal. Strong characters will compel coach to pick him, and to all Mumbai City FC lovers, Mumbai City is yet to play in India. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, Shushmit, but Mumbai City is ready. And I guess you guys are not ready, right? So that's the reality at the moment as it looks. Twitter celebrating today India winning, and they are diverging away from reality. Manolo, again, I think we should celebrate wins when they come. But again, this is a friendly. Therefore, as I said with the matches that we've played, to me, the whole scenario is very simple. That even winning such games help you, and but on the other side, we will need time to do the right things. And from what I understand is, at the moment our talent base is not the way it should be to be able to challenge for higher aims, right? Hyderabad should play with India U23 team. Anand, let's wait and see what kind of team they can put together. Again, if and when Hyderabad, the thing is through, it's great, but it's August 27th, August 28th, August 29th. They have minimal time to put a team together. And again, they still have to ensure that the debt is paid off, especially to the players, so that the FIFA transfer ban is lifted. I think that's the biggest task. And only once it's done, then we can talk about what kind of players they can take or what they can sell. Yesterday people were talking about, Mohun Bagan wants Alex Raji, and they'll give them 2 players. Hyderabad can't receive a player at the moment. Vinit Venkatesh will be national player in the next 2 years. Bikilal, let's see. Both fronts are not looking good. Give them time, Manolo. I didn't watch India today. How did they play it? Yeah, let's see. And now at the end of the day, Manolo should produce results. Does not matter who selects or not. Yeah, exactly, Kumar. Why did you not watch Mono? Was BSC an issue? I wasn't there. I was out on work, so therefore I couldn't watch any of football today. Gurkir as a striker, rate Gurkir as a striker. Anand, talent has to prove that he can become a regular. U-17 gameplay was poor. Didn't know why this long ball being played first touch was, but they actually scored. Yeah, private agent. Sometimes scoring helps. Gill has better stats than Vishal. Okay. I don't understand why Alberta not playing center. Why right back? This gives other teams space in the center. Okay. Indonesia made 7 changes from the previous game. That's, I think, also something we need to understand, right? That these teams are trying out their best and worst. Please don't compare with Kilsong and Shillong and Ajahn match. Absolutely pathetic. So considering how our under-20 performance this year's win is very positive, but our standards have been lowered because of the consistent performance, especially over the last 3 years. See, Navneet, the SAF is a proper tournament. These 2 Indonesia friendlies, this is something which one has to remember. And a friendly is a friendly, a tournament is a tournament, and therefore, Indonesia, as just said by Manolo, made 7 changes. So maybe they tried their B team, and therefore I'm happy with the win. gives a little bit of positive spin, but let's see when the SAF comes around what they can do. Hearing 7 players from southern clubs and 2-3 from east side clubs will join Hyderabad, former ISL experienced coach joining them. Ogni, let's wait and see, because they're fighting against time. Deal has to be through. FIFA ban lifted, and FIFA ban lifted means it's already Tuesday night. So let's see. Alberto's playing center. We played with 3 center backs. High fast food. Gil was only one season one. That's also in the KFC after he was not playing. I don't think so. I think he played decent last season. I don't think he's a one season wonder. And with goalkeepers again, do we need to make that many changes? Again, I know people have spoken, but to me, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu still is our number one. I don't think any of the other goalkeepers are near Gurpreet when it comes to international football. And if ISL standard is the standard, then good night, right? Because all these goalkeepers, even those who are celebrating Vishal Kher today, saw him what he was playing sometimes towards the end of the season last year in the ISL. Even the same can be said about Purbala Chempa. They're not of that great. Vineet just played one match, man. This hype is the reason why we're at 124. Very well said, Sushmit. A few days ago, I asked you if Vishal is better than Gurpreet in penalties. Not just today, but as a final a couple of years back. I think the Milan has scored about 6-7 goals against Gurpreet now. Sambam, how many penalties are we talking about the Indian national team? Right? Yeah. So therefore, and the India shirt is something different than wearing a club shirt. David better than Gurkirat. Kanisha, where does this come from? Do you seriously think that David is better than Gurkirat? I don't think so. If you ask me, I don't think so. Did Indonesia play their main team today? No, although they didn't. So if the ban is lifted in a couple of days, then many ISL clubs can send their players on loan. However, they will get game time and Hyderabad will get players. Ogni, it's tight. It's tight. I would say it's tight because you have to clear a lot of money around the world. I think it's not that easy. It's a very, very tight thing. On loan, I don't know if it's going to be just loan deals or something or the other. Let's wait and see what happens. I think one or the other player, they might finalize something and they might actually terminate their contract before the end of the transfer window and be actually free agents to be available for Hyderabad. So let's see. Marcus said 3 Chennai players will leave. Blue, let's wait and see. Indonesia खेलना अच्छा है कुछ तो सीखेंगे compared to SAF. Ganesh, I think even playing SAF you learn something. Any match, any competitive match is a learning. The Indian under-20s have learned in the last 3 matches that they have a lot of work to do to be better, right? I'm not saying he play bad. I'm saying he playing as right back more than 3 centre back. Okay, second half, main players he खेल रहा था. What do you make of Dipendo? I think has serious potential. Sambam, still no judgment from my side because he has to play more. You saw Durand Cup 60 gave the ball to Stuart 5 years out. No, I didn't watch the match, as I've said. So therefore, that's something. Said Vishal K, 2 साल से compare. Ganesh, any Indian player, 2 साल, 5 साल, 7 साल, 3 months, all make their mistakes, right? I have to think about who is my international level player. So to me, that is the difference. And this has to be the mindset. Some players are better when I don't know why, when they play for a national team. My favorite example in this was always, and Bob used to tell me that, as an example, Randy Singh. Even if Randy Singh had a bad season, Bob Houghton used to always call up Randy, and he was sure that he would perform for the national team. So this is the understanding that a coach has to have. Can he perform at international level? If you're performing well in the ISL, it doesn't mean that you're going to be good enough at international level. Most of the players can be judged by seeing first touch, ball control, passing the ball under pressure, and receiving the ball. No, you can't. Because, Kumar, if these are your factors of saying if a player is good or can be judged, then most Indian footballers cannot be judged, if you understand what we are saying. So when will start the Intercontinental Cup camp? Supposed to start on Saturday. So they've got 3 days to prepare. So does Vishal have a case now? Who's your number one apart from Jesus? Vishal Ketapur, Champ also seen huge potential. Rajat Paulindo and Bhavinder Mala Thakuri, Vishal Lama. Hi Vashwar, first of all. Vishal to me was, is, and will remain for the moment number 3. Yeah. Even Amrinder gets in before that. And yes, all of them are making blunders left, right, and center. Again, that's what I'm saying. Even Vishal has made blunders last season, right? So therefore, let's wait and see. You know, and those sorts of consistent Vishal Kate. Listen, Ganesh, even he has had blunders. If others are going to be listing the blunders of other players, even he's made blunders in the ISL. So that's the reality. So therefore, mistakes are part and parcel. I don't have the perfect Indian footballer. I don't have the player where I can say, you know what, XYZ will not make a mistake. XYZ is good enough for me to be able to win games, win matches. And that's what we have to live with, right? But there are players who, when they are putting on an India shirt, are better than when they are playing at club level. And Gurpreet to me belongs to that class because he knows and understands what it means to have the weight of an India jersey on his shoulders. This is something where I see a lot of younger players are failing. We're giving opportunities to a lot of players too early. Gurpreet also almost been blunders with this match, gave open goal was Greg, and last season gave us to again. No, none of these players are perfect. If only India get results in qualifiers, then only we can say we are getting good results. Friendlies are only for game time. Yep. Yes, you're right. That's why I wrote apart from JC, still the number 1 for me too. Exactly. So, yeah. Gurpreet ने पिछले साल का first match Kerala against भी तो blunder किया था. Ganesh, I'm not saying he hasn't done a blunder. Yeah? So therefore, yeah. BC played well today, but I feel BC are made for penalties. Gear on rare. Maybe. 6 player from Classic Football Academy play in U-17 team. I think Ranveer Singh is doing a great job. What about Minerva? Suraj, ask. I think Renedy has done it, proven it. Do you think Aldred and Alberto will survive with ACL too? Fast food, again, give them time. They've got a few days to settle in the ISL. They've got at least one match in the ISL, I guess, before they start. And then we'll see. ACL too, for Mohun Bagan, generally is to survive. I think it's not just about 2 players. The whole team has to survive. And if you're playing 6 foreigners instead of 4, it already makes your team much more stable. So let's see. Saf mein voice slow game, sir. Yeah, but let's see. Did U20 coach set Amal? No, not happening. Still, Jesus is best in India. What a save he made of Seward. Another thing is that Vishal save was easy. See both managers a save on Holly and Alex. So there's a huge payout difference between the final position the teams end up at. Would it make sense for IFF to sign good youngsters to build a strong base, considering this as a fresh start? Navneet, they don't have time. They have to put a team together from whatever is available. That means from scraps, right? So at the moment, there is no game plan. You will look at saying, listen, I need center backs, I need right back, left back, midfielders, forwards. You're trying to cobble up and see that you have, 19, 20 Indian players and 6 foreigners. You're very late in the transfer market. You don't have the luxury of deciding on what you want to do. And if I was in the situation of Hyderabad is in, with new owners and everything that's happening, I think I would go for experience rather than young players. Last season, young players, nice opportunity, whatever was last season. Now, if Hyderabad is in the situation they are in, if they want to be somewhat competitive, not at the start, but maybe a few weeks into the season, they'll sign experienced players. What's the criteria you judge the quality of a player? For different positions, there are different criteria, right? I mean, creativity comes in with attacking players. How's your defensive mindset for defensive players? Goalkeepers is what is your shot stopping capabilities? It depends on your position. It depends on the different positions that there are. So therefore, let's wait and see. But players are called based on the performance of the club shirt. What would take to make the cut? Or you think Gurpreet is considered among all the goalkeepers have? Samban, to me, Vishal is our number 3. So from that perspective, I would have called him. But again, the coach decided not to call him. So therefore, it's the prerogative of the coach. Maybe the coach wants to see someone else. I don't know. At the next press conference, someone needs to ask. And to me, why is Gurpreet is just at international level, he gives me that surety. Again, even he has made a mistake. Look at the one against Qatar, that he just needs to whack it out with his leg and then that ball is done, right? But the point at the end of the day is still, if you look at against Kuwait, if you look at against Qatar, he saved us a lot. This is with blunder, but how player like Stewart missed that, God knows. Yeah, that happens. Beke, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, Changte always perform for national team. Mohan Bagan don't perform for national team. That's also a problem, right? That's an interesting one, right? That a lot of Mohan Bagan players in the recent past have not been able to perform for the national team. That's factually right. So yesterday you said we create player for a season. Only Apuya is next in the list. He even not looking comfortable Durand Cup. Gear Rare, I hope you're not factually right. I hope that Apuya can turn things around and be better in the coming weeks and months. I think we need a strong Apuya for the Indian national team. So therefore, I would hope that he is, that's something that is something which is there. Today was not Greg's day, Mr. Sit and then penalty and shootout. Blue, you have such days. It can come in any top 10 funny moments in football list. Okay, Manok. आज बीके के मैच देखो फिर बोलो. Okay. Apuya also did blunder the second goals versus BSC. Dejan Dragic played very poor, lost the ball many times in final third. Okay, Vedant. Ganesh is talking about national team, not club level. Yeah. Greg didn't take a bad penalty, rather there was a brilliant save by Gurpreet. Okay. All Indian players make mistakes, but the question is who make less for national team. Exactly, that's my point. Apuya and Vishal made that blunder on second goal, lack of coordination. Okay, Blue. I was riding in rain, stopped at clock tower in Dehradun and drew the penalty saga today. Okay. Here on Rare, good to see your commitment. Missing sports car. Vedant, we will do something down the road. We will do something. Sir, Indian players का फेस कैसा बताई जाए. Ganesh, I think our players need to generally be better and be self-aware also. I feel some of them are happy about the money, some of them are happy about about the stardom of social media following and other things. I think the focus needs to be back on the field. We've seen that with top players around the world as well. So therefore, that would be one of the things that I would say. Google made a silly blunder today that Greg could head into an empty net. All are fumbling, but some are winning their team's important matches like finals and semi-finals. Sambam, winning a penalty shootout is great for an individual, but for me, that would not be a criteria to say, listen, that's the reason why someone should be picked or not picked. And sometimes, especially with goalkeepers, you look at a long-term, what they've done. Sometimes I am not a fan of, I said it last season when people were shouting Jay Shah, Partip Gogoi and whatever. I said, not ready yet. And even Manolos at the time said, not ready yet, right? So therefore, let's wait and see. What about FIFA AIFF Academy? You have the player list who select FIFA Academy. Suraj, I don't have the full list. I have a partial list. And that partial list mainly is made up of players from Manipur and Mizoram that I've seen. Now, Indian football inspiration players are in the parallel universe of world football. That's the reason we are degrading day by day. Yeah, Kumar. Very well said. Do you think Gurpreet plays at a different level when he plays for India? I think by that yardstick, the next in line is Dheeraj, even if he's going through bad patch right now. His eyes were amazing. Abhijit, yes, I think that would be my yardstick for Gurpreet. But Dheeraj, the last time I saw Dheeraj in an India shirt was for India under 23s on my birthday, 2021, in the AFC under 23 qualifiers. He saved India, and India was able to finish second. I think it was it Kyrgyz Republic or Tajikistan. I think it was Kyrgyz Republic. But since then, it's been downhill for him for quite a long time. So therefore, that's the reality. So he has to stabilize himself to a certain level, and if he is able to do that, that international experience that he holds from the under 15, 16, 17 onward, that helps him to be, potentially a better player. Jason, some games, especially big one of games, one of our best goalkeeper without doubt. Yeah, Navneet. Fans are saying Vishal is Tim Krul of Mohan Bagan, super giant, ridiculous. Okay, Manolo almost selected same players. Is he giving last chance to those players before his favorites come? Anand, that's why I said when we were looking to appoint a new national team coach, I wanted someone with no connection. And that's why Manolo is going to pick players who've played for him now or are playing for him at FC Goa or have played for him at Hyderabad. Apuya, Greg, Beke, Noguera, Jipri, Sunil, 6 players was ex-Morsi out of 22. Okay. How look so casual and weak while taking penalty? Happens. Sir, आजकल कोई बंगाल से player क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? Because the IFA and the clubs are not doing enough regarding the development of players. It's too much saying all the goalkeepers in India make blunders, but GS is affected at least mentally when he makes blunders. Might be true. Might be true. I mean, not everything that Steamach said was wrong. So this might be something, might be where I would agree with him. What is going on with Nirok FC and Trausi? They were doing well in their league at one point. AIFF relegated them. AIFF didn't relegate them, Rohit. They got themselves relegated, right? And now they've gone to court to try and avoid it because they say, listen, we have political problems. This is something typical Indian football, someone not accepting their own relegation. What am I to say? It's just ridiculous, right? It is sad what has happened to the clubs. But if I see what the clubs were doing during the season, I think the AIFF, if I had taken a strong stand, these clubs wouldn't have played. But that's, again, it's India, it's not going to happen. So therefore, our Indian football AIFF, it is, I have to take a call in the best interest of what I think is good for the I-League. And they didn't do it. And they pulled these two teams too. As sad as it is, but that's a reality. But no one will say it. Okay, I'll just, in short, make it easier when Jesus is on the national team goal. The president is massive and he makes half of the area ball. Its collection look easy and most long and short threads are cut off. Washford, yeah, I think that's one big reason for Gurpreet being India's number one. So that's the reality. Hi, Murali. How do you see FC Goa beating Australian side? Brisbane Roar is an upset. Are they not up to the mark? Still a long way to go. Murali, I didn't see the game. So for me, again, the result. Sorry. I didn't see the game. So for me, it's very difficult to judge why the Aussies didn't make it and didn't win the game. But again, first I'll say Goa winning, positive. But the second part is how did it come about? That's going to be the second one. And still, Brisbane Roar, did they play their best players? Did they rest someone? All these, let's wait and see. But again, it's a positive result, but it doesn't change anything. Today, India under 17 beating Indonesia and FC Goa beating Brisbane Roar, the situation is still the same as it was yesterday. It's not suddenly that since yesterday things have, we have revolutionized football in 24 hours. Nothing has happened. We're still there. Abhijit, we can't judge any player. All we can do, mentor or help a player with statistics and coaching. Judging will never help in football. It's all about decision making. Yeah, but decision making is one of our biggest weaknesses year on year. I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses. Amrinda, current form is not good as Vishal. Shushanto, that's your opinion. Someone else will say something else. Which ISL teams are investing in youth? Anand, most of the teams are doing something or the other. Of course, there is Bangalore FC is doing quite a bit. Uh, FC Goa, Blasters, Mumbai City's focus has been more on grassroots. So yeah, some of them are doing it. Saar, Liston और थापा सब भी वेस्ट है नेशनल टीम में. Yeah. Everyone, please do like and share, guys. 50 watching, but only 10 likes. Yeah, please do, guys. 41 at the moment watching. Like, share, and subscribe. As is always the case, we have 17 likes so far for this video. Had 35 yesterday, so let's try and beat that figure. And 1,534 followers or subscribers, as it's called here on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Let's keep on growing the community. Let's get more people into the conversation. सिर्फ चांगते ही passionate है national team में. Ganesh, I wouldn't say only Changte, but others as well. But I would say, yeah, Changte has developed. Let's see. So what about FC Goa performance rated out of 10, please? Kieran Red, as I said, I have not watched any of the games today. I can just, I've seen some highlights here and there from India and from the Mohun Bagan game. Haven't seen actually highlights from the game at the Bandodkar Cup, but yeah, therefore not in a position. Sal, Liston, Thapa, all good for Mono Super. But what about national team? Yeah. Apuya, back pass ke liye acha ho? I don't think so. It calls it a mess. Mohun Superjan players not perform or perform bad. What is the reason? Is it money, passion, fan base, or other reason? It could be any of the reasons you've listed, Sanskar, right? Sir, Jay Gupta, not Jesha. Oh, did I say Jesha? Sorry, that mix-up happened. Dheeraj peaked in ACL 2021 for FC Goa. Yeah, and I would say in the AFC Under 23 Asian Cup qualifiers in 2021 as well in the UAE. What do you think of the game between FC Goa and Brisbane Roar? Krish, I didn't watch it, so therefore I am not in a position to judge it. So that's, yeah. Do you think Changte is more talented than Chetri at 26-year-old? Rohit, Changte was more talented at 16. He was more talented at 20. He will be more talented than Sunil at 30 and 35. He's a more talented, gifted footballer than Sunil. Sunil belongs to the class of hard-working players, and therefore Sunil has achieved it. Lalinzwala Changte always was and is a talented footballer. So many messages against Jesus. So if we're talking about choosing keepers in Durand 24, sorry to offend Devon Manas, the way of Shalom has been the best ahead of Keith to in overall matches. But would the fans accept that? I don't think so, Ashok. I mean, you're watching it from a different view angle because you do commentary. But hey, don't know why fans are stuck on one player selection. There is many big issues in football youth. Under 20 or 17 team, new election more. Give Manot at least one tournament, he knows better. I hope he does. Dheeraj Asian bhi tha, sir, yaad karo. Ganesh, yes, but I was talking about when I last saw Dheeraj in an India shirt live in front of my face. So I saw him 3 years ago. With all the bad news, lots of games in India, that's a progress, I guess. Yeah, it's a progress of sorts, Abhijit, yes. When you saw Chetra at 23, were you able to tell he is a great replacement? Bhutia's forward position? No, Rohit. There were much better players than Sunil. I think Sunil would have not caught the eye. Not mine, not someone else's. I would have said Sunil, no chance. Not no chance would be too harsh, but one would not have expected Sunil would have the career that he's had afterwards. I think Sunil, interesting, became 26, 27, 28. His JCT days, that's where sort of he started to shine. Vignesh looks like a perfect polished youth scored today. He is with BC Institute. This is like, I thought he will do well in ourselves. Again, it's the Durand Cup. It's a preseason tournament. Let's see how many minutes he gets. Hey, Shaggy. watching Mohammedan Supergiant Durand Cup, mostly riding on luck and individual brilliance. Shaggy, I think that's the thing that makes them stand out. That's the difference, I would have said, even last season between them and, let's say, a team like Mumbai City, where Mumbai City is the better team. To me, yeah, that's the difference. And that's how they've put their squad together. Sana is making a comeback to national team under Manolo. Yes, Moino, that's one I'm looking forward to, hoping to see him. Ram Ali forward is from West Bengal. Yes, Rohit, that's very, very true. I don't understand Mohammad Surjan. Even after spending so much on the players, you're winning in the penalty by struggle. You should win in the full time, even with Punjab FC. Sanskar, it's not that easy, and that's something I think that that everyone needs to understand is that even if Mohun Bagan is spending that much of money, it doesn't mean that they're going to win easily. If anyone thinks that that's the reason why Mohun Bagan Supergiant are going to win easily is because they have, spent XYZ on their players. That's not how football works. Look at how much Man United, for example, spend on their players in the last decade. Let's wait and see. Intercontinental क्यों होता है friendlies के मतलब क्योंकि friendlies में coaches expand करते हैं. Yeah. Impressive video of the support for Shillong Lajong at home. Yes, Shaggy. I mean, for the new age fans, might have come as a surprise, but this has been, this used to be the case with, when was this? I think 2009 or 2010, Lajong got promoted the first time. So therefore, yeah, that's a reality that is there, and we've seen it with Lajong, we've seen it with Narokan Rao in Manipur. I've seen it myself in Mizoram. Crazy support. Yeah, that's there. Civil of Player Bengal saying, yeah, shouldn't Durand Cup have extra time? Looks ridiculous. No, I don't think so. It's pre-season. I think, finish it in 90 minutes. If you can't do penalties, that's how you do it. Right. And better rather than playing another 30 minutes. It's still pre-season. In recent years, I've not seen any good product from Mohun and they just buy from others. Yeah, fast food. What can the court do about relegation? Most of judges do not know about the relegation concept. Correct me if I'm wrong. If the court intervenes, FIFA ban will be enforced on us. Exactly. I remember Vishal Shillong Lajong. Yes, Mama. He's would come to a surprise. A Punjabi goalkeeper actually had his first breakthrough in the I-League days at Shillong Lajong. Yes, very, very right, Mama. Very, very right. Among all the state federations, where do you rank AIFF? I think they are not the worst, but like Ismail, they are too entitled and lack innovation leadership, only care of Ismail on politics like others. You summed it up. Again, could do much, 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 much more, in my opinion. Bengal is a hub for football. But they don't do enough. Are you related to Ranjan Chaudhary? Not that I know of, or through. No, I'm not. None of the Ranjan Chaudharys, to be honest. There are quite a few numbers of them going forward. So you say Mumbai City is already, but more not. But how do you judge Mumbai City FC even after not playing single match as a team? Sanskar, I've seen some footage of what they've been playing, how they've been training, and that makes me confident that they are ready. They have done their homework. They've gone to Thailand, so therefore, let's wait. That's my feeling. I might be wrong. Again, I can't know everything. I might be wrong. This is my assumption of what I've seen, and let's see. Back in 2010, we got Vineet got Best Youth 15 Player Award from BFC's Albert San. Got praised by players like Eric Patru and Miku. We need to bring the best for this kid, I feel. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Don't overhype the player. Give him time. Now, what's your opinion on Liston Plus? I think it is a waste of time of having in the national team. Why you keep doing step overs, no final output? Kumar, yeah? Okay. Then bring on the next one. See, that's the problem, right? We are looking at the same talent base, and someone will say A, someone will say B, the next person will say C, and the next person will say D. What have we done? Nothing. We still have the same national team. Sunil like Ronaldo. Yes. Yeah. Getting better with age, huh? Madhurya, any chance for Northeast United FC against Mohun Bagan in the final? Of course. Why not? I know it's away in Kolkata. It's not an easy one, but Northeast United can finally win a first trophy. And the irony in all of this would be if they do win it, that would mean that Kerala Blasters would be the only original ISL franchise without a trophy. So, there's something to play for these guys. So let's wait and see what they can do. सुन अपनी मेहनत से आया पर चंते God gifted. Yeah, Ganesh. Right. Have you ever been frustrated by a viewer like I have had enough of your nonsense? I'm blocking you. Don't like seeing it, but be fun seeing you angry. No, I don't block. See, I sometimes, uh, sometimes I feel, when, for example, the fans were saying, what, Indian clubs should be, uh, we can win this, we can win that, and that's like, what world do you live in, right? I'm not, that most probably frustrates me, and that they don't understand that where we stand, that again we can dream, right? Again, I also dream that we one day will play in a World Cup, but we're not getting there, right? We're not getting there where I would like us to be and think where we should be, and that's the challenge. And again, nonsense. There are a lot of things because people are making assumptions. I know you guys, most of you are also looking what is being written on social media, and a lot of people are putting out, yeah, rubbish, to put it mildly, right? Um, so therefore, let's wait and see. For me, I've not blocked anyone. Um, if people want to abuse me, please go ahead. I don't have a problem with it, but I will say the truth, as I did in the Anwar Ali case. I'm the only person, I can proudly say, the only person from the one said what I say till today. Everybody is sort of, oh, this way, that. They don't know the rules. Our biggest problems is in Indian football. Now I'll go into my tangent and rant, which I love to do. That people are unaware. They're uneducated. They think they understand football. And I also say, as fans, like it or not, being a fan is different than being working in football, right? Having a management degree or having a lot of money doesn't mean you understand a sport. You have to have certain skills, understandings, and that's the biggest thing that's missing in Indian football. A bunch of idiots are trying to do not only football but sports in India, and they're killing it. Don't realize it, but hey, welcome to this world. I remember Vishal when in Shillong Lajong Academy Youth many years they got opportunity to learn Pune City FC. Yeah, I might. Sir, Barca कुछ हो सकता La Liga में. Ganesh, they've got a very good coach, Hansi Flick. They're trying to release get a few players sorted. So yeah, why not? But again, Real Madrid is Real Madrid, and on the other side, Atletico is Atletico. So are we progressing or just going to downgrade? Zigzag, that's a good question because in certain areas we are progressing, but in certain areas we are moving backwards. So yeah, let's see if we can really progress. But in certain areas we have gone down the hill in the last 2 years since this new AIFF taken over. Yeah, right. I was just trying to say why so much GSS versus Vishal. If we fans were generally looking for keepers, we would have watched other keepers to nurse the ones on media focus and famous. Yeah, but again, people don't care, Vashwa. They follow their club and they think, oh, you know what, this player needs to be in. Zigzag was stagnant. Okay, that's your opinion, Ganesh. Also, moving ahead on a different topic, how much has Edmund grown? He's the one who shows and gives me a major promise, but let's see how to stick in and keep grinding. Vashwa, I saw Edmund first. I think it was just weeks before the pandemic in a Kolkata derby. He was on loan in East Bengal and got seriously injured in that game. A lot of promise. I think that was over 4.5 years ago, I would guess. But the point is also is, 1 second, let me just check. Does it just Edmund is already 25, huh? So Edmund is already 25. Yeah, that loan spell was in 2020. Potential, yeah. Went to Canada, showed himself, he's gotten chance in the national team. Now is, can he make that next step, right? That's what we see now with Changte in the last 2-3 years, that he's taken that next step. Let's see. With this defense tractor will drive roller on Mohammedan Super Giant Cell 2. Guardiola, that is one fear that I have. Because in the home game in Iran, tractor, Mohun Bagan most probably will have to travel without all their foreigners, maybe even without their coaches. You know, how would they play that game? Looks difficult to me. Anwar Ali issue update. Pratik, no update. It sounds like there will be a final judgment verdict on Friday or Saturday, but at the moment, there is no update. Mohammed Supergiant lacking foreign DM, just like Kauko, Wanif, Jahuta. That can also reason more will get exposed by every team if their attack is not clutch. They can lose the PCBC. Sanska, I said this 2-3 weeks ago, and I stick to it. They need a holding six, which is a foreigner, and they didn't do it. Yeah. Do you think if we had good ecosystem, can we produce Asian level player? Also, Chinese able to produce Asian level player after spending so much. The Chinese are producing Asian level players. I mean, the best Chinese even play in Europe these days, or have over the last 30-40 years. If ecosystem better, yeah, we should be, but there's no guarantee. I judge the popularity of a sport by how much people use terms regarding that sporting, non-sporting concept, like I was caught offside. I'm seeing gradually these things being developed in India. That's a good sign, I would say, Abhishek, if that's the case. Northeast को भी शिलोंग में खेलना चाहिए. Ganesh, not happening due to the infrastructure in Shillong, which is not ISL standard. So what can AIFF do that we're progressing in ×2 or ×4 speed? AIFF can do certain things. I think the stakeholders need to do more. So therefore for me, that's the most important thing. It's not just about the work that is done here and there, but also what are we doing to improve the whole ecosystem, right? FC Goa create history by beating A League team, or preseason a league team was checking their players or not? It's preseason. Can they get that same result in ACL too? Do you think nowadays PR is more in football rather than content? Yeah. That's been a problem for a while, in my opinion at least. On the other hand, so many players can play multiple sports such as Usain Bolt, but we still able to find replacement of singles, such a big course to be playing, and only instead of working on youth. Yeah. But again, I've worked in the Caribbean. Usain Bolt is not a natural, Usain Bolt is a world-class exception, right? So therefore, but again, in the Caribbean, they're all athletes out of own experience. Chetan, in the last 2-3 years, kept emphasizing hard work and hinting at him talking to his team makes to work hard. Is this younger generation national team players not working as hard as prior generation? Rohit, I don't know if that's the case. I've not spent enough time around the national team to be able to judge it. But hard work is something I remember. I saw last year one training session of the Indian national team, and I thought the hardest working player on the field was Sunil Chhetri, and he's by far the oldest. So that is something which I would say is like, is the commitment there, which I feel has been a problem. Ajit from Northeast better than Liston. Okay. Ajit, or you meaning Jitan? What clubs exactly does by going overseas, like Mumbai and Thailand? What benefits they get from those locations? Abhijit, come in quietly to your preseason, higher level of friendlies, and just come in quiet and be out of India. It's I think it's for the players also nice when you're out of the camp, you're going out, you're not in India. Ranji Bhaja thumping from the heart that Indian coaches should coach the Indian national senior team. We have seen world-class Indian coaches current under 720 coaches training methods. Kumar, I have said this, and I will say this again and again. Our coaches are not good enough. So to me, we have to wake up. Also Ranjit needs to wake up to that fact. If he likes that, our Indians first, it's BS. Sorry. If he is good enough with his academy, if the other with their academies are good enough, the coaches are good enough, we would have produced better players. So you also at fault. Right? Northeast United will beat Mohun Bagan. Will you shock, cold, upset? What's your reaction? Yeah, if Northeast United win the Durand, forget how it is, how the match is played out. But if Northeast United win it, yes, it's an upset. If Northeast United wins Durand Cup, it will be a boost for Indian football because recently John Evans saying, speaking, the lack of funds for running the club. Gear on rare, winning, not winning will not make a difference. Sorry to burst that bubble. There's not even one sponsor extra going to come to Northeast and say, listen, I need to sponsor you because you wanted the Durand Cup. Nobody cares. Sir, a practical person in India, में आपका जैसा आदमी बहुत कम है. Thanks, Ganesh. But that's how we've been brought up in Germany. Practical approach. But how you judge once by only 1 to 2, it's too early to judge them, let them play in the asset. Sanskar, I have different kind of access to Mumbai City FC, so therefore, that's my opinion. And then we'll see how they do in the asset. Ranesh Chaudhary or Guardiola, who is better coach according to Kalyan Chaudhary? Guardiola asked Kalyan. India sleeping giant, your thoughts, how far real? We have been. I was there when Sepp Blatter said it. He said it in South Africa, in Johannesburg. I was there that day in 2007 when he created that phrase. And I think it's very, very true still. BFC bottled it today. Zaragoza made wrong substitutions. Okay. Do you think Sahal is overrated? Fast food in our country in the level of football where we are in, Sahal is one of the better ones. And he has a very, very loyal following. उस आदमी में creativity बाकी सब waste है. Okay, Ganesh. Your punctuality is admirable. Those things are taught to kids in school. Study puts a lot of emphasis. What are other things we don't see much in, like honesty, discipline, rational thinking? Thanks. How many clubs in ISL do you think has become consistent and gained some level? See, in that way, Mumbai City comes to mind. Mohun Bagan, of course, in that way. Goa. Yeah. And then the others, let's see, they have to establish themselves. Sahal could have stayed in KFC, can be next good players if he stayed with KFC, but sadly left. Sanskar, I think he had to leave. I don't agree with you on this point. I think for him it was too easy in Kerala, and superstar, this, that. So yeah, to me, that was the right move. Another, why Manolo in press conference, Indian coaches should coach the national team, why he said that. And one more thing he said, why he said that. You have to ask him, Kumar. I can't see into the head of Manolo. And some of the stuff has to be said some or the other. Huh? Raptors, he will cultivate the mono defense with goals. Okay. Sahal was such a promising guy during early days of ISL national team, but can't see his pace now. Abhishek, youngster, more that looks good. Hope he will not bottle up the things in future. Let's wait and see. Gear on rare. Griho Bundi Guardiola, I love that name. In one of my lives, saw a person named Alex Ferguson, Murgir, Kamir Theke Mourinho. Sorry to interrupt the football creative, huh? What a smile. Yeah, some of these names here on social media are just crazy. So I just saw a posting Thapa versus Valverde after scoring 1 goal today. Why AC doesn't host the match on neutral venue against tractor teams don't have foreigners? That's not their fault, right? It's not the fault of the teams, but again, Mumbai had to play without foreigners last season, and that's been done by the Saudis, by the Emiratis, by the Qataris. So, yeah. Who are contenders to win I-League? Dark Knight, to me, the top two would be, I think, Inter Kashi and Trinelli Deccan. People making after one match list in equal to Vinny. What's your view on this? Sanskar, useless. And it's a joke. So how South American football is different from European football. It's in all ways different. It's atmosphere-wise, the way they bring up their players. The system is different. Northeast United and John Abraham deserves Durand Cup trophy. Let's see. Is CSL a failure? What lessons AIFF can learn from AIFF can learn from China? Is the youth system implementable in India by reducing the cost? Abhijit, I don't think that the CSL is a failure. I think that the reality is, especially post-COVID, that have come in, that a lot of Chinese corporates had to pull their money. 16 teams shut down. These are realities, right? But they spend a lot. The governments have spent a lot. State governments have spent a lot. City councils spend a lot. So a lot of money has been spent. But it's not comparable because we're not even spending, I don't know, 1/100th of the money that the Chinese are spending. Right? Our spending is zero compared to what the Chinese are spending or have spent. Thailand, India, weather and pitch is similar to do pre-season or not? Can be similar, doesn't have to be similar. Yeah, it will be somewhat similar, but not 1:1. None deserves you have to win. Heard this stupid argument for City fans after losing to Real Madrid. Yeah. Indian coach training methods from 1990s. Yeah, has been said. Mumbai City FC played competitive football in Thailand rather than playing Durand Cup. Yeah. So one question is then history between Real Madrid and refs where everyone is blaming ref after losing to Real Madrid every time. Same argument. Yeah, just look at the Bayern Munich semi-final. Right? And then don't tell me that there is not something. Real Madrid, I think without referees wouldn't have 15 Champions League trophies. Let's say it very as clearly as it is. I don't think even Brazil would have 5 World Cup trophies without refs. Argentina would not have won the last World Cup. So these are realities. Yeah, you have to have luck with the refs. It's very early, but your opinion on Jose Francisco Molina? Orithro, as you say, he's won the ISL in the past. He knows the system. Can build something. Let's give him time. That is what I would say. I think the Indian team needs more players from Punjab and Haryana. They until a level of fighting spirit in the team. Yeah, but do they have the quality? Instill a level of fighting. I don't know. To me, it doesn't matter where the player comes from. If the player is good, let him play. XYZ doesn't matter to me. If a player is good, let him play. So therefore, that's what I would. If you ask me that, I would say. But that's the reality. Do you think session is very unlucky? I think is a candidate for national team, but injured kids. Sheraton, I think, is the one you're speaking about. Yeah, very unlucky. Yeah, but reference story is just like Man City, Ambani story. Mumbai City win, then every time Ambani come from nowhere. I don't understand where Ambani come. He's not even owner of Mumbai City FC. Okay. Yeah, BC ref, Mumbai ref story also there, especially by Kerala fans. Yeah, BC ref story came from Crystal John. Basically from Afrika, which is right. Okay. Your high-profile coaches, a small team, can they expect miracle or accept reality or try to get maximum out of it? It is all of it. It can be all of it. What he's doing when Real Madrid is getting favors from referees? Nothing. Did they replay the Bayern Munich match? Did they replay the Germany-Spain match? They didn't, right? Referee mistakes are part and parcel of the game. Look at already how many discussions are happening in Germany with VAR, how many discussions the Premier League are having. Mistakes happen. How to improve Indian coach on our side? Dark Knight. First of all, there needs to be a will and desire from the coaches to try and improve themselves. Yeah. Try and go to a club where you can say, listen, you know what, I want to develop players. Right? For example, Rennie's done it. Rennie has produced better players than the others with limited resources. So it's not a question of money, grounds, this, that, everything. So coaches need to work hard. Basketball is famous in China. The reason people don't care about their country football league? No, I would not say that. Basketball is again a different thing. Youth League update, Uday, there is none. Had some words with a Spanish student in university. He said, your football is not going nowhere because you guys stuck in legacy of 100 years of two clubs and keep glorifying them. He's not wrong. Glorifying them, glorifying the 50s and 60s, Asian Games and all that stuff. So what's your favorite sports brand? If you ask me, Adidas, since I was a child. Who's the best Indian coach currently? I don't know. Very generic question amongst the younger lot. I've said it. Say it again. I think my friend Randy Singh would be the most talented, I would say. Do you have what will be taught in AFCD and AFCC license? No, I don't. Did win every and past two. Blue, there are certain decisions which were dodgy. Who's the best ISL coach currently coaching ISL teams? Sanskar. They're all good coaches in their own rights. I tried to convince him with BFC, Mumbai City FC example, and that's what he said and asked. You guys know in the world, even half of the world don't know about Indian football. Yeah, but nobody needs to know about Indian football. You know, um, you know, if we're doing good, everybody will look at us. Hi, Diptoraj. Should Anwar verdict might come in the weekend. What's your opinion for the late verdict? Diptoraj is not a late verdict. Look at. I mean, if you have cases in court which seem to be complex, um, they need to take time and they need to word it properly and they need to try and take the right decision. So let's see. I think it's very difficult. Indian referee always give red card to Brisbane Roar. Give red always. I don't know. Some already says upcoming gems from the classic football. Some already in I League. Some in I League 2. Joel Howkip at Dempo, Tomba Singh at Intakashi, Gogocha at FC Goa. Yeah, etc. Yeah, I mean, Vashwa, very right. And Randy has brought them up himself. Nobody has done this for him. He has done it himself. That's the credit that Renedy should be getting, at least in my opinion. Right? So therefore, that's the challenge that he has. And therefore, anybody who says, I can't do this, I can't do that, then I point at Renedy and say, listen, Randy Singh has done it. So you can't see. Do you think Russia banned by FIFA? I'm surprised or not, but the thing is, what is happening outside of football? Can FIFA take action on it because Russia Player Federation never committed on? Morally, I don't want to get into the political thing, but to me, FIFA taking that, and it's not a FIFA thing, it's been taken by the International Olympic Association, I think is the right decision. Yeah. Bayern was clearly there, but any past example, remember last season, I think every round Real Madrid was favored. No? Look at the two key decisions by VAR against Leipzig. The Leipzig goal, which didn't stand, and the goal that Real Madrid got. So, listen. Yeah. What's your thoughts on Albert I feel he's the kind of guy who can work best with Indian youth. Here and rare, he's done well, but again, people also forget when he was successful at BFC, he had a player called Miku, and that was a difference player. If England wins World Cup, will you be surprised they wait for long? Yeah, I would be surprised. Do you think Interkashi can make players for Indian team like Anthony Hava said? The unknown, give them time. They have great plans. They have ambitious plans. And I wish Interkashi all the best. If PSC gives right decision after taking time, then let it be. But if they don't ban Anwar, then no use of taking long time. Let's see. Manru. Anwar does not talk about Indian court's verdicts after the death of a person in that case. Okay. Crystal John matter became big because of the Ivan walkout. Otherwise, KFC may be equal or try their best to equal, but sadly, Ivan walkout. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Chelsea? Are they called for a Champions League this season? Gear on rare. Chelsea is such a crazy construct at the moment that anything is possible, right? They can win 6-2 as they did against Wolves, but they could, I don't know, lose 6-0 against City. So therefore, I don't know where they will end up. Some claiming you want to have rules, the case will go to the appeals committee and straight to CAS. Or go to FIFA, then CAS. Blue, to me, I would not go to the AIFF appeals committee. I would go to FIFA and then to CAS. But I think that the idea at the moment is to go to the appeals committee. And yes, if you go to appeals committee, you can't go to FIFA, you have to go to CAS. So let's wait and see. As is like Scottish League, I feel few teams here do really well. but always bottle like Rangers seeing continental level. I mean, that's a big comparison, gear and rare, because I think the Scottish Premier League is of a different level still than our league. But yeah, but that's I understand where you're coming from with your example. So yeah, that in that way it does make sense. All right, those of you who haven't our daily Indian football discussion, our dose of Indian football tonight again. If you haven't, do leave a like if you think that this is good. 27 likes so far. And if you think that you want to interact, comment, leave a subscription as well. 1,537. Thank you to all of you who are following the channel. And let's keep on doing this. What do you think Indian Arrows project is the best thing done for development of football? Can you explain more about it? Only to me, the Indian Arrows project is a bridge, right? To me, it's a bridge between youth football and senior level football, because our transition from youth to senior level is a bit of an issue. So therefore, I think that is something where the Indian Arrows program comes in. The kids have to play amongst themselves. There's no foreigners, there's no senior players, so they have to take charge of football matches themselves. Take decisions on the field, off the field. So therefore, from that perspective, it's good. And they get game time, they get quality game time. So these are the things which I feel make us much, much better. Sorry, just got disconnected. So for me, the Indian Arrows project, if you ask me in generally, I think the Indian Arrows project has brought a lot to Indian football. So therefore, yeah, it's something which is good for our game. Scottish League, or which is better? I mean, come on, Sanskar. It's the Scottish Premier League or Premiership is much better than us. I do not know how many players are there in Chelsea. It's hard to remember names after a few days. New players. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I want to pay more money to Igor. The unknown, I don't know at this moment. Thapa scored banger for moments. Can he score in the national team? Sanskar, I don't know. And will he be given that space in the national team? I don't know. What are you talking about? Ice is nowhere in Asia. Out of topic question, any one thing unfulfilled desire you have till now? Only not something that I'll speak publicly on. Seems like Chelsea got most affected by coronavirus mentally. Yeah, but it's the new owner, no? That's the challenge, that a new owner is coming from America. He's, hire and fire, buy and sell. And it's, in my opinion, it's not worked. It has not worked for Chelsea Football Club. And with all the potential talent that Chelsea have, they've not done the right thing. So therefore, running a club in a right way, this is a proof, even if you have a world-class club, but if you don't run it the right way, you don't run it the right way. And then therefore, Chelsea Football Club are suffering at the moment, right? How do we ensure game time for so many players? There are talents who, due to less game time, get washed away, and it is such an important part of Sukun. It's my big example of what game time can do. Bashwar, very good question. And there is no one answer to this. At least in my opinion, there's no one answer, because every team looks at talent and thinks of giving them some sort of opportunity, be it with the first team, be it with the reserves, be it whatever, under 17, under 19, whatever they have. That's why I said the Indian Arrows program, at least for our elite young players, for at least 25, 30 of those elite young players, is an opportunity to get game time and also train amongst your own peers. I think it makes strong. I mean, you've mentioned Prabsukan. I would, for example, mention Apuya, who've gained a lot. If you talk about 2011-12, I would say then, we would speak about Gurpreet, we would speak about Pritam, we would speak about Lalindika Ralte, about JJ. All these players have gained from these programs. As a player, you need to be smart. I was telling the other day a player who's telling me, "Oh, you know what? I'm not getting chances." And I said, "You did two wrong transfers. I told you before. Where you're going wrong. So therefore, your decision making has to be right." Again, some of the players go, I understand, a lot of money and there's that everything. They go to the big clubs, but if you are not going to get a chance, it makes no sense. Or at some stage, you have to leave. We spoke a few weeks ago about Sumit Rathi. I mean, the best young player of the ISL a few years ago. He's still at Mohammedan Super Giants. So yeah. I played with Thapa in younger days. He's mentally tough guy. I hope we will understand his roles more in national team. Again, rare. I do hope so as well. The way Mohammedan Super Giants is playing, I don't see any hope for Northeast United FC. Arnav, let's wait and see. It starts at 0-0 in Kolkata on Saturday. Let's wait and see what happens. Do you think Indian players play in fear of loss in the national team? I don't think so. Towards the end, I think there was a lack of commitment. The unknown, I would say, and fear. Yeah, they are one or the other. Surely, if they make, you see the fear when they make mistakes, and suddenly they go into a shell. That's what we've seen. Indonesia beating India, do we deserve it, or are quality exposed? Do you think in past Indonesia are at the same level? Yeah, quality exposed, but we beat Indonesia today, Monali, and we were as good. We were better than Indonesia in the past. Chelsea can make two starting main squads. They can play against each other in the Premier League if the Premier League allows, like Chelsea 1 and Chelsea 2. Yeah. Said, I don't know people agree or not, but we must answer to what you said of returning or U20W will directly help off youth football. Rare, not happening. That's why you have got the Durand Foundation Development League, which is, which is in a bit of a different format. So therefore, one has to see that. Mohammedan Super Giants played very in second half, but the defense is very bad. Let's wait and see. Komal Thattel is also an example. Yeah, very much overhyped. Very much overhyped. A lot of potential, but didn't bring it. Do you think if we had Indian arrows when Sunil was 19 years old, it would have helped Sunil become a better player? I don't think Sunil would have made it in the Indian arrows at 19. Because he was a late bloomer. Sumit Rathi, how do you see this player? I think lack of game time? Yeah, lack of game time at the top level. What do you think about Abhishek Suryavanshi? Do you think he deserves a call-up for national team? Shumon, too early. As I said with Vibin at Kerala Blasters, very talented, but not ready yet for the national team. Indonesia played with 3 origin players. Yeah, Hemant. South America has faced age fraud like India. Yeah, especially Brazil has stories. So many such stories. Nongnomba Naorem to Bideshwar Singh, Samuel of Shillong, who went to KVC and bench 2-3 years. Now it's very decent. Vidyasagar Singh is now a story to discuss. But Bashwa, we've had many stories. Yeah. Also, have you seen Hardy Nongri? He's so good. Been talked since 2067. We're now getting fame. He's 27 already, but so good. Can measure a pass by will and more. Yeah, but he's back home now in Shillong, playing in the hills. It's something. Certain players can succeed when they're home. Like Ramid Castillas in Secunda division, why cannot ISL clubs do the same in I-League? Kumar, there used to be the reserve teams of the teams in the second division league. The other teams didn't want it, and the AIFF have removed them, and therefore they've created the reserve league. This model that you're talking about is Spanish, or the German model is the same. Now they're going by an English model. Was Bhutia a late bloomer? No, Rohit. He was an early bloomer. Baichung was an early bloomer. So do you agree always about taking lead? BSC has a tendency to lose the ball possession easily. Since last 2-3 years, they lost most of the games when they look good. Lead by 2-0 or 3-0. Yeah. Here on rare, I think BFC has not been as stable as they have been in the past. That's the real problem, right? BFC have not been able to perform at the level that one would expect from a BFC on a regular basis, right? And that's something. Consistency. We've spoken about consistency is another problem. I think Punjab FC is going to be the national club. I don't know, but I see it somewhere. Okay, Kohli. Do you see the good great goal? It's lucky or good finishing? It's good finishing. India अपना as an underage team maybe origin players use कर रही हैं. Is it allowed? Yeah, of course. Of course it's allowed. The issue that you spoke about info is not sorted out and still is growing day by day. People who run aspiration doesn't care. Yeah, Morali. How good was Bhutia? Could have played in Europe. Did he have that standard? Baichung played in Bhutia. Screen time. What are you saying? He played 3 years at Bury Football Club in the third tier of English football. Mostly sadly injured. Otherwise, I think he would have made it. Baichung played in Europe. 3 years contract in Bury outside Manchester. Was definitely a better coach than Steve March. Orithro, that's a fact, but can he get us the results? That's the point, right? Can he get us the results? Can he create a team? These are the questions. Why is Sikkim not producing good player? Dark Knight, that's a good question. The Sikkim Football Association, they've created a Sikkim kind of ISL league, a franchise league. So they're trying to do their stuff. But again, it's not every generation. Sikkim is so small that not every generation they'll be able to produce players. PFC lose because of the coach tactics or something else, leading by 2-0 still lose. Very shocking. But that happens in football, no? Guys, I mean, a team leading 2-0 and then not winning is not something out of the extraordinary. That has happened left, right, and center and will happen left, right, and center. So therefore, for me to say, oh, you know what, they were leading 2-0, 3-0, but they lost, happens. Really, really happens. So many questions from me, and thank you for the patience answering all the fans every day. Let's see what we do under Manolo. At least a good man manager. Let's just hope again. I think Vashwar, you have your last sentence is the most important one. Let's just hope again. That's all what I'm saying. Give him time. Let's see. Again, with the team that he's chosen, or the probables that he's chosen, it's up to him to decide is this the right one or is it the wrong one? And I would have made the one of the choices would have made differently. But again, he's the national coach, not I am the national coach or you are the national coach or anyone who's listening or watching is the national coach. So therefore, it's on him. Duke, I was not able to lift off due to a lack of balance or frequently coaching changes. I think coaching changes is not. I mean, they've played a number of finals over the years. Yeah, I don't know. Is luck a factor? I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. I will get a new coach or not. Blue, if they play ISL, they will surely get a new foreign coach. Instead of putting money in a new league like the Kerala one, don't you think they should have invested in one of the ISL league clubs? John is alone taking all of it. They should help them. Kohli, I understand where you're coming from, but the approach of these people is to try and create something new. Now, John is talking about what he wants to do. But these guys want to run their own teams and clubs and leagues. Therefore, that's something different. Best centre back India produced, best centre forward India produced. I have only seen the last 34 years. If you ask me, best centre forward, overall as a player, I would have to say I'm Vijan in that way. But as a striker, then it would be Baichung. And defender, most probably March Gawli. So what do you think about this? Vishal shouldn't get a chance as a first choice go for national team. Durand, we've spoken about this earlier. I think he should be there as one of the top 3 Indian goalkeepers. But number 1 to me is Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Even if Goa lose after take 2. That happens. That's football. I'm really looking for national team matches on the Manolo. I want to see the tactics. I want to see how Manolo is different from Steve match. Yeah, let's wait and see. I think Manolo will be practical and let's wait and see. And yeah, not to be too critical at the moment. So do you think every state having league like us is dangerous because so many players getting paid more than them that links, which in fact particular league instead of going ahead, it's a danger. But I don't think every state is going to have a league like the ISL. I think Kerala has been made an exception. Let's see what happens. Sir, is Kerala Super League and Kerala Premier League running shoulder to shoulder like in past Arsenal League in past? Deepak, yes and no. We're not parallel. They're running after each other as the ISL and I League used to run in the past. Is Mohammedan playing ISL? Deepak, up in the air, I don't know. But people are telling me in the next 2 days the issues would be sorted. So therefore, let's wait and see. Do you think Barcola can do better than Mbappe? Yeah, no, good question. Potentially, yes, but again, he has to prove it, right? At his age, Mbappe was already, a winning proposition. Now, according to you, which playing style will suit Indian national team? Hemant, I don't would say that it's about the playing style. To me, is I would have to look at what kind of players I have. India is not a Spain or a Germany or a Brazil or an Argentina where you can say, I want to play this way, I want to play that way, I want to do this way, I want to do that way. We have to be pragmatic in our approach. If I have a player of a certain type, of a certain kind, I then have to find the system which fits my players. So therefore, at the moment, I would say we're not at a stage where I would say that we can decide on the style and style or formation of play. The substitution of Pereira Diaz made them lose the match. Shuman, that's what people are saying. Every coach live or die by the choices they made. Yes, Dark Knight. The amount of money Saudi spends is crazy. Yep. Murai, sir, would you like to see Jengan again in the national team? Giron, yes. I would love to see Sandesh back. To me, Sandesh gives us that fighting spirit, that edge. I'll be honest. There are others who most probably are technically better than him, but he gives us something, right? And that's something which I need. Blue asking Gurpreet Singh Sandhu or Shubhruto sir, anyone else is best goalkeeper of India? If I look at the last 26 years that I've been following Indian football closely, I am a little biased towards Shubhruto or Vishnu as we call him, because Shubhruto Pal, I've seen him in 2002 as a 15-year-old. I signed him later on for Mumbai City. I know him quite well. Great goalkeeper, great performances over the years, and I think if I look at especially 2011, where Shubhruto was at this peak for the national team, I would say Shubhruto above Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. So that's something that I would certainly say. I have a friend from Northeast who played football, almost made it to a state team. He told me local state politics are so bad that they would have corrupt practices of big players. Rohit, it has been there. It is most probably there, and it will not change in the short run. That's how India runs and operates, sadly. It's good to see at least Adani and Ambani still keep a football going. Adani owns one of the Kerala teams. No, he doesn't. Where did Adani come in? No, Adani doesn't. So actually, BFC didn't think that Mo will score the goals, but the quality of the team Mo have. Mohanbagan Supergiant have, they should score a game, and proud of my team. This ensures Mo have great quality players. I don't think that BFC didn't think that they could score 2 goals. It's no team can be that arrogant in India or elsewhere. They wouldn't concede. So therefore, for my logic, therefore, yeah. Is that Indian players have still not evolved out of a 4-4-2 long ball and run system of playing and have problems adopting to new strategies? Yeah, Pratik. Some of them have, some of them don't. Kerala is such a great team and can do well in continental, but only issue for them, they have too much in early celebration of things will upset themselves most. Yeah, you're on there. We lost to Indonesia 3-1 in previous match and table 1-1. Do you actually think we have a chance against teams like Iran in October? No. We lost our football culture. Shuman, did we have a football culture? Again, this is something that in Bengal, a lot of people will argue with me about. If we don't have a football culture, how can we lose it? I think it was a pseudo football culture that we have. Why did Brazil stop producing generation players like Neymar, the real Ronaldo and Ronaldinho? because I think Brazil has shifted its focus on. I think football has shifted its focus from rather creating great individuals to creating great teams. What do you think of Liston Kolas? I really think he's overrated. Generally acts like wannabe Rashford of India. Screen time potential, but yeah, I think he's done the most out of his potential. Liston's biggest problem is decision making. Do you agree? Yeah. Gear on rare answers to Shumon. We didn't lose our football culture. We are expanding it and need to expand it more and more. The only thing is world football culture expanded very well before us years back. Yeah. That's part of the problem. Landmark show number 420 dedicated to Indian football officials. Oh, Smith. Yeah. Thanks a lot. I'm not going to say anything more on that. Over 1.5 hours, guys. Yeah. So slowly get to the end of this, and we'll be back tomorrow. Again, summing up of what happened today. Mohun Bagan defeated Bengaluru FC 4-3 on penalties after a 2-2 90-minute game. India under 17 won 1-0 in Indonesia and a friendly against Indonesia. Mohammedan Sporting, let's see if they and how they will play the ISL. Again, supposedly things will be sorted in the next 48 hours, I've been told. Hyderabad FC are close to signing off on everything that is needed, to get Hyderabad FC back on track. So that seems to be also happening. And yeah, Bandodkar Cup, FC Goa beat Brisbane Roar. And we'll just certainly discuss it. And therefore, guys, thanks once again. Those of you who haven't, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to Arunfoot here on YouTube, on my other social medias as well, if you want to follow me on Twitter or other platforms. And let's keep on growing the community. And thanks, everybody, and good night.